Hey guys, it's JP here from Edge Autosport. We just recently picked up this 2013 Subaru WRX behind me here. We're going to do a lot of modifications to it, but we're going to start off with what we think is the most important one of all, and that's the Cobb Tuning Accessport. This thing is one of the most powerful ECU flashing devices on the planet, and when it comes to Subaru, it's really a no-brainer. So when I say flashing your ECU, what I mean by that is the Accessport is going to rewrite some of the instructions that your ECU is giving to your engine. It's going to increase ignition timing, it's going to optimize the air to fuel mixture going through the engine, it's also going to change boost pressure from the turbocharger. It's going to do all these things safely without you having to worry about anything that's going on the engine being unsafe. Now, some of you guys are going to be asking, why do you suggest flashing the ECU first before any bolt-on parts? Why can't I put on an intake? Why can't I put on an exhaust or a downpipe first? And the truth is, a lot of bolt-on parts you can put on first. But here's why we like to put the Accessport on first, or really early on. It has preloaded off-the-shelf maps, is what they call it, on the Accessport already. So you can flash it completely bone stock and pick up a lot of good power, even with no modifications. Now, when you go to add on those bolt-on parts like an exhaust or an intake or a downpipe, then you can just change the map that already comes preloaded on the Accessport as well, the second map, to optimize for those parts as well. So you really get a wide range of usability all from day one. Now, the other reason why we like the Accessport early on is because there's not a single basic bolt-on part that's going to change your car as much as an Accessport will. Throughout the entire RPM range, it's going to be a noticeable change, noticeable power increase, smoother driving. It's going to change your car way more than any single bolt-on modification will. All right, so enough about what it does and what it is. Let's go ahead and get the Accessport loaded on the car. We're going to show you exactly how to do that from the beginning. Okay, here's everything that comes with the Accessport. You got a hard case with a soft cover. It's got a little pouch on the inside for all your cables. It's got a molded area to fit your Accessport right in there, and it's also a zip-up case, so it's very protective, really nice. Along with your Accessport, you have a holder for the Accessport. It hooks up to the mounting solution that comes with the Accessport itself. This is also, the Accessport is magnetic, and it pops right into that holder, and it will not come out while it's in the car. You got a second faceplate, a gray one, comes with gray and blue. This is the USB cord. This hooks up to your computer, so you can transfer files between the Accessport and the computer, whether that be data logs or new maps that your tuner's sending you, or new maps that Cobb comes out with. This is the OBD2 cable. This end is going to plug into your car in the OBD2 port, and this hooks up to your Accessport. You also have the Accessport mounting solution that it comes with. It's very basic, comes with an alcohol pad to wipe off your dash and clean it, and then double-sided tape to put that pretty much anywhere you want on the dash area. A couple stickers here. And then it also comes with a quick start guide. So this is a super easy version of just helping you understand how to put it in your car. Everything I'm going to tell you is in here, and this is just a quick reference guide for you. Okay, so the first thing you need to do once you're in the car is take your OBD2 cable. You're going to take the larger end of it and plug it straight into the OBD2. This is a 2013 WRX. This goes basically directly underneath the steering wheel, right above, kind of right in the middle between the clutch pedal and the brake pedal. Okay, next up, you're going to take the small end of your OBD2 cord, go ahead and plug it right into the bottom of the Accessport. Take your key, turn the car to the on position, but do not start the car. Okay, once you have the Accessport plugged into the car and the car in the on position, the first screen you'll see when you first plug in your Accessport is right here. It just basically gives you the navigation help menu. Go ahead and click OK to go forward. It's going to give you the option to install. You're going to click install here. We're using the center button right here. Asks you to confirm which vehicle you have. This says 2013 Subaru WRX. Click OK. Now it gives you the options of which map you want to install. The best octane that we have here locally to us is 91 octane, so we're going to use that. If you have 93 octane close to you, you can use the stage 193 map. If you're in Arizona, California, or Nevada, you're going to use that map, the ACN 91, and that's the best octane that those 3 states are going to typically have. We're in Colorado, so we're going to do stage 1 91 octane. Press OK. Make sure to have plenty of power in your battery. It gives you a warning here. It basically says you need to have plenty of juice in your battery so that the battery doesn't die while it's flashing. Press OK. Accessport is going to communicate with your vehicle. And at this point, it's going to start basically saving the factory ECU data. You can see that the V3 Accessport, as opposed to some of the older Accessports, is pretty quick. So it's just going through the status bar right here, just saving all your factory ECU data. Okay, a few seconds later, we're coming up on the end of the status bar. It gets to 100%. And now it's flashing the actual map that we selected in the beginning, the stage 1 91 octane map. So now it gives you a new status bar for that flash. Now this is actually flashing the ECU with the new map. So this will just take another few seconds. Make sure you do not unplug the Accessport or turn on the car or turn off the car while this is flashing. It's very important that you just keep it right here until it's done flashing. All right, so it gets to 100% here, and it says installation successful. You're going to turn your ignition key to the off position, and that'll complete the flashing of the map. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off right now. Press OK. And then at this point, you can just turn your car back on, and you can start it up. Okay, once you're at your main navigation screen, there's a lot of different menu options that you can select from. The most used is going to be the gauges option. So let's go ahead and click on gauges. And from here, it's going to originally ask you how many gauges you want to select. We've already done 6 gauges, so it gave us 6 gauges to monitor. Now, if you want to change what these gauges show you, what functions they monitor, what you're going to do is press the down button until one of these fields is selected. Go ahead and press OK once you're on the field that you want to select. You're going to click on Change Monitor. So click OK again. And it's going to give you the list of all the functions that you can monitor. So, we're going to go all the way down to the first important one, which is probably going to be boost. That's something that you can't see on the car as it stands, and that's something that the Accessport is going to allow you to see. So we'll go ahead and select boost, and there you go. You can see that the first gauge on the top left of the screen is boost pressure. Now when the car is running, we'll be able to see it, but obviously it's a 0 right now because the car is off. Now if we go back out, the next part of the menu that you can select is performance. This isn't a super accurate performance measurement from a dynamometer standpoint. You always want to trust an actual dyno a little bit more, but these functions are pretty fun to play with and just get to know. You can measure your 0 to 60 mile an hour time and your quarter mile time as well. And as always, do this in a safe place where you're not in danger of hurting yourself and anybody else. Going back out, you can also go to the troubleshooting part of the menu. This is going to show you different codes that the ECU is reading that are causing check engine lights. So if you click on read codes, this one's going to show you that there's no codes to be read. There's no check engine lights on this right now, but if you do have a check engine light, it's going to show you what the code is here. Going back out to the main menu again is the tune function. So the tune function is where you go from here in order to change your map or change your tune or reflash the current map that you have. So we're going to click on tune here. Now there's 2 options. You can change your map or you can show your current map. So if we click on show current map, it says real time stage 191, which is what we flashed before. You can go down and reflash it if you'd like. I'm going to go back out. if you click on change map, it's going to ask you if you want to reflash. So we click on reflash, and then it gives you all the maps that you currently have loaded onto the Accessport. It's going to show you those maps, and you can switch it from there. You can just flash whatever map that fits your vehicle in its current state. I'm not going to reflash, we're just going to go back out. So here's the main menu again. And then lastly, you can uninstall the Accessport. This is a great feature. Not a lot of people think about it when they first get it, but you can uninstall this and take it off. And if you don't want to use it anymore, you can just uninstall it right there. Now, something else you might want to pay attention to is the data logging capability. If you go ahead and click on gauges, it'll come to your gauge screen. Press the up button until the right arrow for setup is green, and then go ahead and press OK. From here, you can configure the data logging. So you can change your gauge layout, first of all, from 6 gauges to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right there. We're going to keep it at 6 gauges. Go back into setup here. You can change the units even, but we're going to configure data logging. So from here, you basically select all of the units, all of the parameters that you want to data log when you're out on the road performing one. So just wanted to show you this area where you can select all the parameters to data log. A lot of times, if you're getting a custom tune, your tuner will know what to data log if they're on a dyno. If you're e-tuning and you're having a tuner, in a different location, requiring you to do a data log and send it to him or her, they will define what parameters that you need to data log. You go in here and select them, and then from there you can data log out on the road and send them the file. On that file we'll have all these parameters that you pre-selected here. Okay everybody, thanks very much for watching. I hope we were able to answer some of your questions and provide some good insight on the Accessport. If you have any additional questions about the Accessport itself or Cobb tuning in general, make sure to send us an email to sales@edgeautosport.com or give us a call at 303-268-2140, and we'll get you all taken care of. Thanks for watching.